At this point, we are preparing to cut the liner. We took the liner fabric, attached it to the table with a few pieces of tape so it doesn't move. We took the pattern and attached it to the liner with a couple of strips of paper so it won't move. We flipped up the flap on the bottom one section of the pattern on the fold line, which is parallel with the edge. So we folded this one up, and we make sure the fold on the bottom two panel is down. Then we went ahead and marked the outside, the edge of the pattern on the fabric, all around. We paid particular attention to the diamond-shaped alignment holes and the notches. The liner will be the one that gets the diamond-shaped alignment holes marked. So through each of these holes, we make sure that we mark with the chalk, so we leave behind a round diamond-shaped mark on the fabric. Also, we need to make sure that we mark as clear as possible the alignment notches on the side 1 and side 2 panels. Also, the alignment notches on the bottom 1 and bottom 2 panels need to be marked, but here we have to pay specific attention because we only want to mark one set of notches. The other set is for the cover. So for the liner, on the bottom 2 side, we want to mark the notches that are towards this edge. They're the closest to this edge. And on the bottom 2 panel, we want to mark the notches that are on the side of the pattern that's still in contact with the fabric. So we make sure that the notches are marked as clear as possible. These are actually the most important. The edges of the cut are not that important, but notches are very important because they will align the fabric, the layers of the fabric, and during the closure of the bellows, they will play an important part. So I went along and marked everything. So before I remove this from its position, I will look to see if all the alignment marks are looking good. And the one for this corner, it's not very clear. So the next step after this is we will remove the panel and make the cuts. So now I go ahead and remove the pattern. And what I am left with is the lines for the cuts for the liner. So a couple of things. We are not cutting the diamond-shaped holes. Those are just to align the stiffener panels. We will be cutting on the edge, and we will be cutting the alignment notches on the edge. We will be starting with the alignment notches because they are the most critical, and we don't want the chalk to we will start with the notches because are the most important, and we don't want the chalk to get smudged when we're cutting the lines. So I will be making the cuts for the notches. So now that I cut all the notches, I will now cut on the inside of the line marked in chalk. To cut the edges, I will actually be using scissors. I find them easier to use to cut fabric, but whatever the means you have to cut this should be fine as long as it's cut cleanly on the inside of the marking. So, at this point, we have the liner ready for assembly.